channel, Just a Vision. It is your girl and your daddy here, Jaquel Viola, and I'm back with another motherfucking video. Alright guys, before we get into the video, you know daddy always got to show you her outfit, so without further ado. Alright, so my mom braided my hair yesterday, and then I took it out today, and this is what it looks like. It's super curly and pretty. And then I just threw on this black t-shirt, and you know I always gotta throw on my chains, you know. And then I bought these shorts the other day, and they are so freaking cute and comfy. Like, I think these are like tigers or something on it, and then it's got the floral print. Like, it's just, look at that. And then I found my old like Sperry looking shoes in my sister's room, and I thought it matched this outfit so perfectly. So this is what the whole outfit is all together. Look at that, guys. Screenshot. Alright, now let's get into the video. Alright guys, so by the title of this video, it's basically letting go of a toxic relationship. And the reason why I wanted to do this video is because I've had a lot of people message me about, you know, about relationship problems. And you guys know that I want to be a motivational speaker. So I post, you know, on my Snapchat story, my Facebook, my Instagram, anything, you know, that I can get my hands on. I will post, you know, my motivational quotes and my different videos and all that. And with everything that I've been through in life and what I've dealt with and overcome in life, that's why I want to be a motivational speaker, because I've dealt with the toxic relationships. I've dealt with, you know, not being able to love myself. I've dealt with the depression, the suicidal thoughts. Anything that you could possibly think of, I've probably dealt with, and I want to be able to help you guys overcome anything. And I want to give you my best insight and my best advice. Now, like I said, fast forward to the whole relationship thing. I've been in a toxic relationship before, and I know what it's like. And I had to get myself out of it, and being out of that relationship has probably been one of the best things that has ever happened to me in my life. So I want to, you know, backtrack to like January. I was in a relationship in January. I was in a relationship for like 5 months, and it was toxic. We were only together for about 5 or 6 months. You know, the first 2 months were awesome. I'm not gonna lie, they were awesome. You know, everything was going good, and then, you know, after a few months, you know, everything just started going downhill. I'm not gonna say any names, obviously, but she, you know, stopped treating me like I was her girlfriend. She stopped treating me like a girlfriend in general. Like, she stopped holding my hand, she stopped hugging me, she stopped kissing me. You know, she even stopped, you know, doing that with me, and that kind of just made me feel like, damn, like, am I even worth anything? Like, what's the point in me even being here? And I tried my hardest. I literally tried my hardest to make everything right. I tried to do everything possible to try to, you know, be that right person for her. I tried to stay in that relationship, and I tried to make it better, but nothing was making it better. Nothing. And then one day I just woke up in like January. It was actually like right after New Year's. I just woke up one day and I told myself, you know, fuck this shit. I'm not dealing with this bullshit anymore. I'm not gonna continue to be with somebody who doesn't treat me the way I should be treated, especially when I'm over here, you know, giving you my all. I ask you how your morning is. I ask you how your night was, or your day was. I ask you how work was. You know, I feed you. I cook for you, I clean for you. Like, I'm doing all this shit for you just to get nothing back in return. I couldn't, you know, keep doing that to myself, so I had to put an end to it. And that's what I did. Like I said, I woke up at the beginning of this year, and I don't know, I just kind of felt like I had like the spiritual awakening, and I told myself, you know, fuck you to all the bullshit, fuck you to everybody who's ever treated me dirty and wrong. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not letting, you know, people get to me, none of that. So I ended that relationship, and it has been, I've just been so relieved, and I've been so much happier since I've been out of that relationship. But I actually had to want it. I had to actually, you know, go for it and, you know, tell myself that I I can't be in this position anymore. I wanted to be happy, and for me to be happy, I had to go out there and find my own happiness. So, yeah, so basically, I'm trying to, give you guys my best advice on how to, let go or get out of a toxic relationship. But before that, I just want to, give you some insight on, a little bit of things. So, like I said, you guys know I want to be a motivational speaker, so I will do anything and everything possible to try to, give you my best advice. And recently, I've been getting a lot of messages from girls just explaining to me and just telling me that, they don't know what they should do anymore, their relationship. And so with that being said, when they tell me, like, I don't know what to do, I ask them like what's going on, and then I will sit there and I will try to figure out, as best as I can, what I think you should do, and things that could maybe help your relationship. Maybe it's just communicating problems. Maybe you guys don't really sit down and talk to each other about different things. Instead, you guys just start yelling at each other and getting mad over stupid ass shit. But when you're in a relationship, that's not what you should be doing. You should, sitting down and communicating with, your significant other. Sorry. So you guys can solve your problems and all that. So I look at the different aspects, and at first I try to figure out, what could be done to fix your guys' relationship. And then if you try that and nothing, else has worked, then maybe you should end the relationship, because you don't want to, stay in a relationship with somebody who treats you less than you deserve. And I kind of wanted to look online as to why people stay in toxic relationships. And a lot of what I found is basically, just simple common sense reasons as to why people stay in toxic relationships. So, with that being said, one of the things I, realize is that people stay in toxic relationships because they don't want to be lonely. But being lonely and, being alone are two completely different things, because being alone, I like being alone sometimes. Like, I like going out there, I like hanging out with people. If I'm dating somebody, of course I'm gonna, go out there, I'm gonna spend time with you. But at the end of the day, there are gonna be days where I kind of just want to be alone. I just want to be by myself. I just want to chill by myself. I just want to sleep, or I want to make my YouTube videos, or I want to do this or do that. Being alone by yourself, is actually good, because you don't have a whole bunch of people like nagging in your ear, yada yada yada. But being lonely is not the same thing as being alone, because being lonely, you can still feel lonely when you're in a relationship with somebody. You can be in a relationship with somebody and them still make you feel like a piece of shit, make you feel like you have nobody, make you feel like you have nothing. And staying in bad company can be more harmful than good, because they're abusing you, whether it be mentally or physically, or they just they treat you like shit. So like I said, being alone and being lonely are two different things. People like to be in relationships, and they stay in toxic relationships because they don't want to be alone. They fear of being alone. But you shouldn't fear being alone, because a lot of good things can happen with that. Like, a lot of good things can happen when you're alone, because sometimes you just have like all these bright ideas that come up in your head. As for me, when I'm alone, I get bright ideas that pop into my head, this, that, and the other. But yeah, being alone and being lonely are two different things. You can still feel lonely when you're in a relationship with somebody, especially if they don't give you the attention and the respect that you deserve. Another reason why people stay in toxic relationships is because they feel as if nobody else wants them. But that's not true, though, because if you're stuck in a toxic relationship and you feel like, or you don't want to leave that relationship because you feel like nobody else is going to want you, you won't ever know if anybody else wants you, because you're stuck in this relationship. You're with somebody. So if you're stuck there, you're not going to be able to have the opportunity to go out and explore the world. There are so many fucking people in this world. There are more than 7 billion people on this planet, there's gonna be one person for you, okay? There's everybody, everybody is gonna have their soulmate. You might not find it right away, which is fine. You should live your life to the fullest, and then, when everything falls into place, that's when, you should be in a relationship and, just let things just go the way that they should. But a lot of people stay in toxic relationships because they fear that nobody else is going to want them, and the only person that they can get is the person that they're with now. But that's not true. If you're in this relationship and you're stuck, then obviously, sorry, my mom's here, obviously you're not going to find anybody else, because you're stuck in this and you feel like nobody else is going to want you. But that's not true. You won't know until you break up with that person and you step outside your comfort zone and you go out there and you meet more people. All right, sorry guys, my mom came home from work because she wasn't feeling good, and so I was just talking to her for a minute. But back to the video. So basically, yeah, so people like to stay in toxic relationships because they fear that nobody else wants them, but you won't know that until you actually get out of that relationship and you go out to the world and you start meeting new people and you explore, your options. Another reason why people stay in relationships is because they say that they're used to the feeling, or they're used to that person. Just because you're used to that person does not mean that it's right. You shouldn't be used to the feeling of, feeling lonely and feeling unwanted, because the person that you're with should never make you feel like that. They should never make you feel like you're less than, anything. They should hype you up. They should, let you know your worth, let you know, that you were put on this earth for a reason, and that they're gonna love you through thick and thin, and whatever else. But yeah, you should never be used to the feeling of feeling alone and feeling unwanted, because your partner should not make you ever feel like that. Or anybody in general should not make you feel like that, but you shouldn't be used to the feeling, and you shouldn't be used to, their love. I actually, I'm not going to give names, but I actually had this one individual that messaged me, talking to me about her relationship problems, and she was asking me for advice. And I told her, if they're not giving you back the same love and respect that you're giving them, then you don't need them. And their response to that basically was, well, I love them and I've been with them for the last 2 years. Okay, well, just because you love them and you've been with them for the last 2 years and they're not giving you the same love and respect back does not mean that you should be with them. You may love them, but if they're not giving you the same love and respect back, then you don't need to be with them, and they don't even deserve you. If they can't even show you the same love and affection that you're giving to them, then you don't need them. It's going to be hard for you because, that's the person that you're used to, that you've been with for the last however many years. But if they're toxic and they treat you like shit, then you shouldn't be with them. And that's what I told her. I'm like, just because you've been with each other for the last however many years doesn't mean that they're going to be your soulmate, especially if they're sitting here treating you like shit. No, don't. So I try to give my advice, and I tried to, tell her, maybe they just aren't for you. You should go out and you should find somebody who actually wants to be with you. Find somebody who hypes you up and who, loves you for you. Yeah. And then another reason, I feel like this is a big reason for couples that have children. You try to stay in a relationship with somebody because you have a child. But that's not good. You should never stay in a relationship with somebody because you guys have a child together. And another one of my, people that have messaged me, basically what I had told her too is that you shouldn't stay in a relationship with, the person that you're with just because, he's the father of your child. Because once you get older, or once your child gets, not you, but once your child gets older, they're gonna think it's all right for their, either their mom or their dad to treat one of the other like shit, and then they're gonna be used to that, and then they're gonna think it's all right for whenever they get older and they start dating that it's all right for someone to treat them like shit because, you know, they're used to it. They're used to seeing their mom or their dad, you know, being treated like shit. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't stay with somebody for the sake of your children. I know a lot of people don't want their children to have broken families, but if you guys aren't right for each other, then don't try to force it for your child, because then your child's gonna see all this, and then they're gonna, once they get older, they're gonna be like, well, you know, my mom or my dad treated the other one like this, so that's just how I should live my life, is, you know, having people treat me like shit and make me feel like I'm less than I'm less than what I am. But that's not true. So I feel like those are a lot of the main reasons why people stay with, you know, the person that they're with, is because, one, they don't want to be lonely. Two, they fear that nobody else will love them, but that's not true. Three, they're used to the feeling, or they're used to that person. And then four is for their children, which you should never stay for any of that. It's not good. It becomes unhealthy. So not only that, staying in a toxic relationship, it prevents, you know, your personal growth. If you're, you know, constantly, you know, being told that you're worthless and that, you know, nobody else is gonna want you, you're not gonna have any personal growth. You're not gonna be able to go out in life and actually be happy. You're gonna end up feeling isolated. You're gonna, you know, you're gonna feel isolated. You're gonna start, you're sorry. If you're in a toxic relationship, it starts, you know, to lead to social and emotional isolation. It can cause anxiety, depression, physical illness, or maybe even suicide. So if you're in a relationship with somebody that treats you like shit, it's gonna take a toll on you. You're not gonna be able to grow personally. You're not gonna be able to grow emotionally, or, you know, physically, or whatever the case may be. If you're in a toxic relationship, it's gonna make, you know, your life become unhealthy, and it's gonna end up making you sick. And you shouldn't, you know, you shouldn't be sick, and, you know, you shouldn't feel depressed and isolated when you're with somebody, because that person's supposed to, you know, show you off to the world. That person's supposed to, you know, give you everything that, you know, somebody else didn't give you. But if they're treating you the same way, then you don't need that person. But yeah, there's a lot. I mean, you shouldn't stay with people because of those reasons. Once you get out of, you know, this toxic relationship, I promise that you will feel so much better. And that's why I keep trying to explain to, you know, some people that have, you know, constantly messaging me about their relationship. I'm like, listen, you know, if this isn't working, then maybe that's just not the relationship for you. If they can't, you know, give you what you want, then or give you what you want and what you need and what you desire, then you shouldn't be with them. You need somebody who's gonna treat you with the same love and respect that you give to them. You need somebody who's gonna show you off. You need somebody who's gonna be there for you through thick and thin. Not somebody who's gonna always drag you down, always gonna make you feel like you're less than what you are, and all of that. But I'm telling you, once you get out of this toxic relationship, everything will start to, you know, arise for you. Everything will start to get better for you. I'm telling you, once I got out of my toxic relationship, everything started just getting better for me. Everything just started falling into place. Like, I mean, yeah, I ended up coming back home, but you see me, I'm out here, you know, I'm making my YouTube videos, I'm, you know, making my motivational quote post, I'm, you know, going out there, I'm meeting new people, I'm talking to new people, and I'm actually, you know, living my life. I'm not over here being depressed because, you know, my ex did this to me or my ex did that to me. You know, I'm actually out here, you know, trying to talk to different people, you know, seeing, you know, what person meets my, you know, my needs, my wants, my standards. And I'm out here, you know, exploring different people, and I found somebody so far that has, you know, has been treating me the way I deserve. She honestly, out of everybody that I've dated or even talked to, she literally like she hypes me up every fucking day. She's always reminding me that I'm beautiful. She's always reminding me, you can do anything that you put your mind to. She accepts the fact that I want to be a motivational speaker and I want to, go out and travel the world and meet new people. She accepts that. She accepts my dreams, my goals. She even, is trying to push me more towards my goals. She's the one that, keeps telling me, continue to make your YouTube videos, to continue to go out there and, do what you want. She's not, stopping me from what I really want in my life. She actually wants me to follow my dreams, as well as, letting me know that I'm, more than, what other people have treated me. I'm more than, just this fucking sack of potatoes right here, literally. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna go too far into that because I don't want to get my hopes up and everything. But so far, like, she has just been treating me amazing, guys. And that's what I want for you. I want for you guys to get out of those toxic relationships, to actually go out there and look for somebody who wants to be with you, who wants, to show you who wants to show you their love and affection, who wants to give you the world. Because when or before me and this girl even started talking, I wasn't even looking for a relationship. I wasn't looking to even talk to anybody. I'm not in a relationship right now. I'm just talking because I want to get to know them. I'm not trying to jump into relationships anymore. I'm not trying to get hurt. But before she came into my life, I was doing fine. I was minding my own business, making my YouTube videos, just doing all that. And she just came into my life and but yeah, guys, she's just, I don't know. Before we started, like I said, before we started talking, like, I was doing good, and even after, we've been talking for a little bit, I'm still doing good. I'm still making my motivational quotes. Still doing this, that, and the other. She's pushing me to actually go out there and actually, continue to work on my dreams. She's not trying to stop me from anything, and she knows that I just want to talk right now, and I just want to, connect with her and get to know her better. And that's what we need. We need, people to go out there and connect with each other and not actually just jump into relationships so fast, which I can be held accountable for that, because at one point in time I felt like, I needed to be in a relationship. I felt like, I needed a relationship to be loved and wanted. But then, after, being in, so many toxic relationships, me being single for a while was probably the best thing that has happened to me, because it let me grow as a person. It made me realize what I really want in life, and, it let me know that I deserve way much more than people have, treated me. It's given me a wide opportunity in just, I don't even know how to explain it, guys. It's just, I don't know. Once you leave a toxic relationship, you'll just feel so much better about yourself. You'll just feel revolved and like new again. I don't know how to explain it, but I think once you actually, do it for yourself, you'll be able to experience the sensation and the feeling that I'm trying to explain to you guys. Because, like I said, after that toxic relationship, and I, was single for a while, I wasn't even looking to talk to anybody. Somebody just came into my life, and everything's been going good. And once you leave that relationship and, you are actually going out there and you're growing as a person, it creates room for a more healthier relationship. And that's what I want for you guys. I want you guys to have a healthy relationship. I want you to get out of this toxic one, and I want you to be able to, be happy and just live your life. So yeah, guys, so this video is super long, but if it helped you out and, you enjoyed it, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to give it a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on my social media, and I'll be back with more videos. Peace.